What's up, baby pop? We are live. My friend in high school used to say, "What's up, baby pop?" I don't know where it was from. He never told me where it was from. Who knows? Like, he used to work at restaurants and stuff. He could have heard it anywhere. Maybe it's from his brother. Maybe it's from, like, Sizzler. I don't know. But he's dead now. Not to laugh, but I mean, it's just like, why? Like, why do you have to die? It's my best friend. But it was from COVID. Hello. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I bit my tongue today, man. It hurts. Yeah. You want to see the tigers? No, you can't. Grr, there's the tigers going snuggling. You see that? Yeah, coming at you from Shea Evan in my bed. Where else would I be coming at you from? Like a spider monkey. So, like, if you're going to do online work, you might as well do it in your bed. I mean, work from home, you just might as well do it in your bed and not get out of it. Anyway, I did get out of it today. I had breakfast today. It was awesome. I went to Doug's Diner. It was fantastic. Shout out to Doug's Diner with their omelets. Oh my God. All the ingredients are fresh at Doug's Diner. I'm just telling you this. They're not sponsoring this video. But yeah, that's a good place. So like my armpits, very manly, aren't they? But if I saw a girl like this, I would throw up. If I saw a girl with hair, on her armpits, I would just barf. I might barf on her. But yeah, I think I should go jogging today. I'm just a lazy bum. Have I showed you this? This is my comic book I made with Brian Lohner. I mean, if you want one, you're gonna have to DM me because, like, I'm trying to figure out how to sell these, but you're not getting one for free, that's for sure. But I have not put those online, and they're limited edition right now. Limited edition of 60, black and white. 2 different covers, one on the back, one on the front, by Evan Hunhausen and Brian Lohner, who made that artwork happen. Anyway, I don't know why I'm doing a live stream today. I think I'm just dedicated to doing it every day. But I bit my tongue, man. I don't know what happened. So I had a dream last night. I'll tell you about my dream. Like I bit it so much, like it's affecting my ear. Like that's so weird. So like in my dream, I was like a hippie in college, and I was a hippie in college. I was crazy, but I couldn't help it. I read On the Road, and I knew that was where it was at. Read Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg, Wayne Burroughs. So basically, I went into college normal. Like freshman year was nuts. See how I'm talking? I can't even talk because of my tongue. What the? Oh, that's so screwed up. Not cool. But I went into college normal, and I came out crazy. So, and I went into college with straight, perfect teeth, and then I bashed my teeth in. Playing touch football of all things, I ran into someone's head. But now I have a fake tooth because it took 27 years before it fell out, before it broke. But it was the teeth didn't fall when I hit the guy's head, but they were like, "Ah, ah," and I had to get it all. Like I literally went to the hospital, and this guy like took his fingers and maneuvered it back into my gums. Ridiculous, terrible. But and then the dentist where I was in North Carolina was like, Like, I slept in one day because it was, like, ice storm, and the waves getting there's black on the tooth. It was a gray tooth because the blood dried up in there. Because basically you got a dead tooth, and, so the way he was doing it was, like, going behind it and shaving the gray out, and little did I know that I was going to the wrong place. So after college, I went to another place in New Jersey, and, that guy just bleached everything, and my tooth looked better than it did, and now it looks even better because I got a fake one in there. It's called an implant. So, but that's what it takes to be Hollywood, man. You gotta get the implants, and, so, yeah, I was reading on the road and, pretending I was a poet, and, I literally went to school to be a poet, and, the guy I just mentioned, Baby Pop, we would go down to Rutgers, several of our friends, like, there was 4 of us. We'd go down to Rutgers and go to Cafe News, which was a cafe, and we'd, read our poems at 16 with these college kids, and I was so inspired by it all. I knew what I was gonna do in college. I was gonna be like these college kids at Rutgers at the poetry reading. Like, that's all I wanted to do. And I was going to boys' school, so I had a 3.5 GPA, so I did get a scholarship, but it was only like 2 grand at this Bible Belt school out in, North Carol Kakalaka. But, it's a great place to be because if you're at a Bible school, you're, confronting all the major themes in life. Like, these like, the first year as a freshman, I went in and I was actually hanging out with the Christian people, but then, like, some guy said, "All homos go to hell," and I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna hang out with these people anymore." So after, like, freshman year, I stopped hanging out with the Christian people and the theater people because I didn't wanna do theater, and, I decided to not do communications, and I went straight to English and read books all the time, and that was a good move 'cause by the time I was graduated, I had poetry published, so it was a good move, and, I made a best friend there, and we were just the whole time we were in school, we were just you couldn't separate us, and, I made lots of good friends, but, I don't know, that was a time when I partied it up. I just like, I still judge people, like, definitely. Like, it was didn't go along with everybody, like, every once in a while, I'd be like, "Screw this guy," and I'd have some judgment. Probably wouldn't have a judgment now the way I am now, but I was very serious about what I was doing. I knew being an artist, being a musician, being a poet, and know it. I mean, I knew that was all it was. That was all there was for me then. I mean, I wanted to do it all. Now I don't, but, like, I remember I got my guitar out a lot, and I was playing guitar and making up songs, wrote songs. I still remember them in my head, like, 1 or 2 of them, and, but yeah, I did, like, everything. And that was at the time when, like, freshman year, like, there's a green screen on the computer, and then, like, literally, like, sophomore year, it was just, like, color, websites, the first websites. I mean, it's literally that drastic. It was just like, went to school 1 year, came back the next year. Because I never had a computer ever. My parents never bought a Commodore 64 or anything. I played Atari and ColecoVision and everything, like Nintendo and Sega, but I never had a computer. We had electric typewriters really loud. But, you didn't type up your papers all the time. Like, sometimes you could just write it and turn it in on loose leaf paper. So you could write things. You didn't there's a lot of writing. There wasn't, filling out stuff, and it wasn't just printing out copies like we do now because it's so easy. But yeah, do you find me sexy? What do you think of me? What do you think of my chest? Do you like it? I love, Austin Powers movies. I need to start watching those again. Those are funny. Um, so yeah, and then we would do acid, and my best friend was smarter than me, so he never flunked a test or anything, but I flunked like 2 classes once, and I had to stay in school like a half year, so it's 4.5 years. So when you flunk out of college and, you know, unless it's Harvard, I don't know, but at private schools, you can just pay for more, semester. So, thanks, Dad. And you just pay for no semester and graduate a year late and walk with people that, weren't part of your 4 years, a part of your 4.5 years. And it was still cool and fun. That's when I got published. Like after I left, after 4.5 years, I got published. So I was back there, uh, and I was still going to like writing retreats, and I remember getting accepted into grad school because that was painful because I wanted to get into school for poetry, and I'm glad I didn't because I after that I applied to like one school and got in for short stories and fiction, and it was just like meant to be. But I never would have applied to this place called Naropa unless I had studied the beatniks. So I basically went to the Ivy League of beatniks after college. But I was hippy dippy raver guy. I got into raves then with some weird motherfucker who was going to the raves, and I would drive and my friend would drive. And we'd drive up to Boone, and Boone was exciting. We went to a house party there. I used to dance. I don't really dance that much lately, but it's because I was younger. I don't know. But maybe I'll go jogging today. If I could go jogging every day, I'm sure I'd start dancing again. But yeah, I was dancing. I just thought it was it. We went to a rave once. It was illegal, and the cops came and frisked like everyone. There's like 200 to 300 people there, and they frisked everybody. Nobody got out of there without being frisked. And some of the guys had acid on them, and the acid was on white paper, so they didn't know it was drugs. They just thought it was some paper. Who knows what these crazy people did to hide their drugs when you're getting frisked. But yeah, it was a fun time, like, cause you had a car and we just drive and we'd meet so many freaking people that were just absolutely nuts. I never got in trouble. Like, I never got kicked out of school because the one time the dean was like, "Oh, do you smoke pot with so and so?" I was like, "No, not me. You got the wrong guy." But, people would tattletale on each other. If like what is it, the resident assistant or whatever. Yeah, and I was also crazy because I had crushes on girls, and sometimes I would send them poetry and stuff. Man, I'm so surprised I didn't get in trouble, man. I coulda got a restraining order. But I'd write poems on napkins and hand them to waitresses, and, I'm lucky I made it out alive, seriously. But honestly, my adult life has been a lot more dangerous than my young life ever was. My adult life has been so much more sinister than college. Like, some people, they have, really bad experience in college or, like, crying. Not me, man. I was just, you know, I did my stupid homework, except for one time, and that's when I failed 2 classes, and I just got depressed, and I decided to not go to class for, like, a month. So somehow I, failed 2. You're not allowed to fail if you wanna get your major in English. So, and I had D's, so I had to go back to those classes, like Shakespeare and linguistics. Like, who wants to do linguistics and Shakespeare? Nobody. I mean, I did it in high school, and it was horrible because it was AP English. I don't know what happened there. I think I almost flunked out of AP English in high school, or maybe I got a C. But I made sure I didn't have AP English, like, senior year, and I was just in regular English. And that's where I learned about James Joyce. He too went to boys' high school, and he too was a writer, and he too was as fucked up as I was. She didn't say just me, it's like all my friends, were fucked up. A lot of kids that go to boys' schools are fucked up. There's no women around. They don't know what a freaking woman is, you know. Yeah, James Joyce, I knew then why the universe had said, "I'm gonna be a writer," after, because I knew already, but I knew really, I was like, "I'm gonna take this so freaking seriously," because I started writing poetry because there was a poetry contest that we do at the AP English in, my junior year in high school, so I got really jazzed about writing poems, and then by the time I graduated college, I had them published, and I won 1st place somewhere, and I was in North Kakalaka doing a reading at the Blue Hare. I mean, that was a big deal. I was like, page 1 was a poet laureate of North Carolina, and page 2 was me. I was like, "Holy shit. That's quite an accomplishment to get 1st place, because 'cause you're right at the front of the book, buddy." I beat my teacher. My teacher got, like, 3rd place or something. But, I mean, special people were at that school to take care of us dumb kids. There was, like, 1,000 kids at this place that I went to in college, you know, and also at Naropa, another small school. So special teachers are at small schools, they're not at the big ones. At the big ones, you got the famous people. At the small schools, you got the special people. You got the people who's like, "I did this thing, and, I care about you for some reason, because I got nothing better to do but care about you, silly kid." And that's nothing wrong with that. But there was a day I went to my, English professor and asked her to, I don't remember if I asked her to, like, be my mother figure or to ask her to be my mentor. It's probably both. 'Cause, like, my mom died when I was there freshman year, and it was a crazy time, and, so I had a really bad freshman year. Oh, I mean, talk about being depressed. I bashed my teeth in it after my mom died. So it was like, well, I can't catch a break because I had to get braces again, you know? I just gotten rid of those braces, and I had, like, these perfect teeth. I didn't smoke or nothing, ever, and then I just got depressed and did everything except heroin and cocaine. But I did ecstasy, I did acid. I did acid, like, maybe 10 times, I don't know. But, I would get depressed on acid. I wouldn't just have a good time, like, there'd be a time where I get scared about something. So that's why I always say you gotta have someone like, a good friend with you because, you can go down a dark road and start thinking weird thoughts. It sucks. It's called a, bad trip. But acid is one of the weirdest drugs I've ever tried in my life, and the next day you feel like complete shit. You have this great time, like, for, like, 18 to 24 hours, and then the next day you wake up, you're like, "I don't feel too good. I feel kinda stupid, like, my brain I is only half there." Like, you really feel like crap, like, I mean, that's why all these kids go to, like, Miami and stuff because you can stay in a resort area and do drugs. That's why all these, electronic music festivals exist. You get the VIP area and you could, like, come down easier because 'cause you're comfortable. Like, camping, man, that's uncomfortable, so I don't understand that. I mean, if you had an RV, that'd be pretty cool, but, like, you gotta get a hotel. Like, these electronic festivals that are at the ski resort look pretty dang cool. I need to figure that out. And give me the VIP, please. I'll take the Ritz-Carlton and the Four Seasons ski resort, please. Anyway, I still have, like, 2 edibles I haven't done. I haven't done edibles for, like, 3 months now. I'm, like, totally straight. except for maybe having a beer and drinking too much coffee right now. So I have to change the way I put things into my body immediately. But everybody loves college. They're like, man, that was best time in life. I wish I could go back. You can't rewind, dude. You can only go forward. It sucks. I would love to rewind and take all my knowledge that I have now and do it all over again. I'd be like the king of the world, but no dice. But yeah, did a lot of writing. Started learning about DJing, buying Chemical Brothers records and Fatboy Slim, and that was when you had a CD store and you could buy. I mean, that was fun. You go down the mall and you'd see like all these singles of dance. Oh, the coolest thing I did music wise was went to London because my mom died. My dad would take me and my family to resort areas or Disney World. We went to Disney World, went to Mexico at a resort, and we went to London. So after my mom died freshman year, that was like what we did for Christmas. No, one was a cruise resort near Cozumel and Disney World and London. So that's 4 trips, and it was nice of him to do that because those are good memories. Cruise, I think the first thing was a cruise, and I stayed up all night with these kids and saw the sunrise. I mean, the cruise was excellent. I saw a YouTube video where a guy's like, "I made friends with a girl on a cruise. We're buddies," and it was like, "Yeah, of course you are, because like it's this encapsulated paradise where you're safe. I mean, all the movies create atmospheres like that, and you're in one on a cruise ship, and maybe you'll get COVID. I don't know. That's not cool, but everything else is freaking awesome. And then like you go out like in the Caribbean or something, and you go off the cruise ship and you go do stuff like take a tour of the rum factory or buy souvenirs. I mean, it's absolutely crazy those islands, man. Like the foo ones are absolutely insane. You can't believe these places exist. The ones where they have the big sound system and stuff, a little crazy because they have festivals and they're drinking like I don't know what they're drinking, but they're drinking rum and it's they're seeing the devil because we did go through like a festival area once and it was just like you would think. Someone just sent me a messenger. I don't know why. It's not a girl. People do that. They send really dumb stuff to you and you don't know them. Or they get like disgruntled. Like I only put my real friends on Facebook. This guy sent me pictures from Star Trek. What a dork. See, this is a problem with the world. Like, why would you just send a guy Star Trek pictures? I don't even know. They're all alien heads, so they could be from any show. Doesn't make any sense. I guess he's just like stoned. I don't know why this guy, but yeah. So like the problem with all the messaging women is that some of them put their nose up in the air and they don't text you back. So you have to really watch YouTube videos to figure out how to do all this and not be a jerk off. But it's okay if people don't like me and don't want to be my friend. It's okay because the thing is you got to fill your list up. So it's basically called a pipe. It's like a sales thing where you fill your list with all these contacts and you keep filling the pipe and you keep having prospects. You don't stop doing that. And the reason you don't stop doing that is because you cannot make a sale unless you have a list of people to communicate with. So if you don't have a list of women to communicate with, you can't make you can't get a date. I was about to say can't make a sale. Jackpot. But, uh but yeah, it's sad. It's sad when someone you think's attractive doesn't text you back. Like, I guess they have something going on where they're either unavailable or don't like me. Usually, it's just unavailability. It's never really that they don't like you. It's something more, that you're busy or whatever, and they're not thinking about you, thinking about somebody else. And that's okay. We judge each other, remember? We judge each other all the freaking time. And that's the go-to because we do what we're comfortable with. We don't go skydiving every day. We do what we're comfortable with, like lay in bed like I am and talk on videos. But I was talking about cruises. I want to go another one. I mean, this is fun stuff I'm talking about. Even Disney World's fun as F. Like you go and they have different resort areas in Disney World. So and I'm sure they have the Star Wars one, and I can't think of anything because I haven't been there in a while. But like they had tropical resort. They had a Tom Sawyer like weird Western resort, and all of them have like lakes, like man-made lakes, and you take a boat to the other resorts, and they have swimming pools like everywhere. And they have like an Asian theme resort, and they have another one that looks like you're a princess or whatever. But they're amazing. This stuff's amazing. And we went to visit two of them, and it's just amazing, And the people that go there, some of them are just rich, rich as AF. They have a tram that goes around and drops you off and picks you up, and then they go to Disney World and have a great time. Disney World's pretty chill. Disneyland, I never been there. I don't know. Disney World's got Epcot. And it's something I never did that I always want to do is drinks around the world or beers around the world because you go around Epcot just drinking beer. That's what I want to do. That's on my bucket list, beers around the world at Epcot. I wonder if they still have that. But sometimes I think I live in Disney World, so I don't know. I could have beers around my town and think I'm in Disney World. But not everybody wants to have beers around the world like I do. Some people don't even like beer because of gluten. They don't like the gluten, and beer's bad for you, man. That's why the pirates would have barrels of ale and it had the freaking skull and bones on it. Then they have a skull and bones in their flag that's got bullet holes in it, cannonball holes in it. I guess I'm a pirate. I guess I need to be a pirate because I'm either a cowboy or a pirate, one of those. Maybe I'm a combination of all the good qualities of a cowboy and a pirate, and the bad qualities not so much, just a couple. Because I'm definitely not a bad person, you know. I definitely don't do things that are bad. Some people do things that are bad and they don't even realize it. That's horrible. Like no one's ever told them like, why are you doing that? You're hurting people's feelings. That's my biggest deal. Like the bus driver today, man. I was coming back from my omelet and at the like this is how horrible the bus is, man. You're just a peasant. Nobody gives a crap about you. I mean, this is like perfect reason to get a car or just take Ubers all the time. Cause like the bus drivers are from another planet. I don't know, but there's a bus stop near where the restaurant was for I had for breakfast. And I know they take a rest. It's a pit stop. They sit there for 15 minutes or some shit. And I knew that. So I was sitting on the bench and it's cold. And the bus comes. So I go up to it with my transfer and I ask them if I can get on the bus, sit down. Because it's cold out. And bus drivers have done it before. And he's like, no, you can't. 20 minutes. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, so I sit there and I'm like, "My feet are freezing." I bought these thermal socks from Amazon for like 15 bucks, got 2 pairs, and my feet were so cold that I was like, These things don't work." 'Cause they have an advertisement where they have, like, a fire coming from the ankles or like, they have a drawing, and it's like, "Heat comes from these socks magically," and it's like, BS, man. Because I was cold today. I was like, "These thermal socks blow." So look below in the comments and buy those crappy thermal socks, and I'll get a commission. But I got 2 pairs, and, I'm gonna have to put both pairs on in order to feel heat, I think. Instead of 1 pair, I'm gonna put 2 pairs on. Maybe that'll work. But that's advertising. Advertising lies, and, hopefully, like, I'll find things that are good, and I'll tell you about them. But go down below and buy the thermal socks on that link because they suck. Like, if you're in the Arctic with those socks, your feet are gonna get frostbitten. So go ahead and buy them, and I'll get a commission from Amazon. And I'm gonna have to research socks to wear in the winter. They're called wool socks, I think. Anyway, this bus driver was being a jerk, and you know why he wanted me not to get on the bus? Because he needed to take his lunch break, like, on the bus. I was like, "This guy's a jerk." And, I thought about complaining, but I didn't. I thought about sending a message to the headquarters and going, "Yo, this guy won't let me get on the bus when it's cold." But those public service people, man, they want that government money, but they don't wanna do their job. Because who knows what the rules are? He probably made them up in his head and says, "You can't get on the bus." And I think that's what's happening, right? Everybody's making up their own rules in their head because they got used to listening to what the COVID rules were. They're like, "Well, da 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 da," and it's like, it's you and your ego and your stupid belief system that sucks. And, hey, 7 minutes of 4:20. It's 4:20 somewhere. I wonder if I should take that edible. I wonder if I would act pretty freaking crazy if I did that. Probably would. Um, and it just sucks. People are making up their own rules now because they're so used to being bossed around by the government. I mean, if you watch news, like China and Russia are absolutely batshit crazy. I can't believe how crazy those 2 countries are. We should thank the Lord Jesus that we're not in those countries right now. They're going nuts. But there's this dude I knew for like 10 years ago or 12 years ago, and he would go around saying Russia's like the best place in the world to live. I guess he's eating his words now. What a moron. And I piped up. I was like, "No, it's not. America is, you dumbass." It's like, "Don't freaking tell me that. If you know what's good for you, America." Um, just watch, just pay attention, man. And like, America's a good place. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's a lot wrong with everything. That's what I saw in The Power of Now. That there's always going to be something wrong, and that's why you got to learn how to focus on yourself and not complain and not judge. It's all right there. It's just nobody does it. Everybody's committed to doing the wrong thing. And one is like, "Why does my life suck?" Well, actions, the actions you take, and the words that come out of your mouth. Can't believe I bit my tongue. Anyway, and what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say, oh, when I was at the restaurant, there's these couples behind me talking about church, and church was, see, it affects my ear, and I bit my tongue. Like, what happened? Um, It's like a spider monkey crawled up in my earlobe. Um, they were talking about church, and they're like, "I can't believe so and so isn't married. He's such a nice guy." And I turned around and said, "Nice guys finish last, lady." No, I didn't do that. I'm just listening. And but I mean, seriously, like, what does she know? He could be like into hookers and cocaine, and that's why he's not married. He could be happy that he's not married. That's the one thing I had to learn is like some people do things a certain way and they're happy doing things that way. And you can't tell them what to do. It's not your job. It's not even your right to tell someone else what to do because they could be totally, completely happy as a spider monkey and they're just doing their dumb thing that you're judging, and they could be happy as a clam. So that's one way to look at it, like why you shouldn't tell other people what to do or judge them. Because would you want to be told what to do when you would you know like what you're doing makes you happy? No, you wouldn't want to. If you know like I'm happy today, blah blah blah, you wouldn't want to be told what to do. And I had to read last Sunday, and it was upsetting, and I didn't order coffee. I was like, screw you. And I just walked out of that cafe. It was a bustling, busy cafe. I don't know if I'm gonna go in there for a while because that was a weird experience. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I got a video that I did. And mind you, that's probably 7 videos or 6 videos down the line because that was a week ago. So, but yeah, there's a I don't know what you call them now, but there's a Karen working there. And I'm no Chad, bro. Just like, "Oh, thank you very much," and I left. Don't wanna talk to you ever again, Jesus. I guess I won't come to this cafe again. Can you believe, like, people are that dumb where they, like, just shun customers? And these managers, like, they're obviously morons to hire them. I mean, there's something wrong with the management if you hire somebody that just goes like this every time a customer comes up to the cash register, you know? I mean, we're I hope she gets fired, that's all I know. But, anyway, and, Taco Bell's closed in my town. 2 of them are their doors are shut. Can't believe it. I can't get Taco Bell if I want to. Kentucky Fried Chicken has been gone for a while. So that is, Yum Brands. And it's a probably franchisee. Maybe the franchisee is like had 3 of them, and he's like, "You know what? Screw this." But I went to, Fort Collins, and they have everything. I went down the road to Fort Collins, they have everything that we don't have here. And I'm like, "What the heck?" So we don't have all the conveniences. I think it's DoorDash's fault, and I think it's COVID fault too. But think about it, DoorDash and Uber took this opportunity to just take advantage of the gap. I mean, Uber was around before DoorDash. No, they were around, but they took advantage of this gap year with the COVID. They're like, everybody's staying home, they're gonna use us, and they're not gonna go to the drive-through at Taco Bell anymore, I guess. I don't really understand it because Taco Bell advertises their drive-through, and I know the one near me was just, like, concentrating on the drive-through because every time I'd walk in there, they'd be like, "Can you use the swiper?" Like, the big window, the big iPad where you swipe in your dumb order, and I already know there's poo-poo in there. I mean, that's what's going around in the news is fecal matter on the dang a ding dong iPad, giant iPad. So why would I wanna use that? No way. And, I just walk out. So maybe it's because I didn't order tacos that they went out of business around here. But I was like, "I don't use a swiper. There's another restaurant over there. I'll just go over there." I mean, stupid. But that place would hire dummies, and all they would worry about was the drive-through. They're just like, "Oh, the drive-through, ah." And, They didn't wanna use the cash register anymore. Cash registers, there's 2 of them right there. They didn't wanna use them. They didn't wanna like, when the McDonald's will come to the cash register and do things the old-fashioned way, and sometimes I see that the big giant iPad is, like, off, and I'm like, "Wow, McDonald's is smart," because I don't wanna use the iPad, screw that. I don't have special gloves for the iPad. Sorry, I picked my nose. I guess, I just got bad habits. I have to learn how to stop doing my bad habits since I'm on the YouTube. That's gonna be difficult. But, I don't know. I gotta send out more messages now because my pipe is getting low. Gotta fill the pipe. You know what the worst app is? The coffee bagel one. It's so bad. It's just like, what? I don't know. Like these dating apps, you're gonna find out for yourself. They're not that great. Like if you want to talk to an ugly woman, go ahead. But the fact that they suggest that I talk to like over 20 women and then like nobody messes me back like zip. So I added some pictures in my profile, but the profile is based on questions, and I think that's the problem. You gotta answer all these dang questions instead of putting a bio in there. Like, I just want sex. No strings attached. So they say suggested. I have 27 suggested. So I could either like it or send a message or pass. This woman's got some assets, big assets. Yeah, I don't like her. I'm gonna pass. This one's all. I don't like her either. She doesn't smile. Dummy. Just, the mothers who put their daughters in the photo, that's not a good idea. Because some of them are legal age, and it's just like, why would you do that? You're showing your daughters off, your best friends. It's like, can I meet your best friend and not you? Can I hang out with your dog instead of you and just hang out with your dog? That's really what you want to do is hang out with your dog. But yeah, I'm ruthless. Like, why not? The girls are ruthless on me. Pass. Yeah, there's nothing good on dating apps. I would suggest I've seen this one before. They're putting this girl has a puppy. I should just put, can I hang out with your puppy? 2 puppies. Couldn't see the other one. Oh, now I see it. Yeah, not good, huh? I don't know, like, like, yeah, I don't yeah. See, like, I need reading glasses now, so I need bifocals. Isn't that terrible? Bifocal time. But now they have bifocals without the line, so it doesn't look you don't look like a old person, I guess. But the glasses, they get thicker, man, as you get older. Like, these are thick. They're just like goggles or something. I wore them out today too. I wore these. I don't usually wear glasses when I go out. I usually wear them at home. Like for the past I've had these for like at least 2 months, and, I wore them out. And it didn't necessarily stop me from talking to women I was attracted to, 'cause I'm pushing myself to not get depressed. But on the bus, man, I saw, like, all these buildings that are just empty, and, like, one some of them are for sale, not all of them. Most of them are for lease. Like, these companies are sitting on their empty building for some reason as if people are gonna rent offices again. These are commercial buildings, And if I could buy one and have my own studio there, that'd be sick. But, I mean, that's basically what's going on. People are renting out, interesting places now, like Airbnb and stuff. But, I could just buy my own dang building. You don't have to have, like, a garage. You could have a building now. I'm sure it's fully, I'm sure some of them would sell you the furniture too. Empty buildings everywhere. Let's go goose hunting. See, I gotta go drink some water or something. I'm gonna have a stroke laying in bed like this, but, I'm not gonna have a stroke. I'm just kidding. You're not supposed to say stuff like that because it's like, didn't like, happen, so you gotta say good things, so I promise I'm gonna say good things from now on, like, I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. All the women love me. That's what I say in my head. All the women love me. I bit my tongue. Just need a massage. Let's massage, shall we? We'll do a minute of massage or 5 minutes. I'm gonna massage my jaw and I'm gonna massage my jaw and my ears and my glands. You'll see, watch. Did you massage with me? Yeah, like the eyebrow, the temples, sideburns, behind the ears, cheeks, like the yeah. So you want to hear what I put in my hair today? Holy cow, I went crazy. I put like vitamin C serum and collagen serum that I bought, and some other one with vitamin A and something else. And I put aloe vera gel and minoxidil. Isn't that funny? It was actually cool. It made me feel the aloe vera is good stuff. I put it all over my body actually. I put it all over my body. Um, I don't really know. I mean that's my main message. I don't know anything. And I want you to remember that so you don't take my advice on anything. Okay. I wish you all luck in the world and peace in the Middle East.